certain dogs are easier, and but we did 101 Dalmatians and all those. And we were told right before we did the first 101 that Dalmatians were on the bottom of the smart list. Not true. They were brainiacs. Yeah.
Have you worked with beagles?
Have done beagles. Yep.
And how are they with training? Because I grew up with beagles.
Anything that's bred to want to use its nose, and they're harder because their nose is always to the ground. So they're really tough to work, but you can work them. It's just like anything else. You just got to teach them. And it's just training is just training. It's, as long as you're black and white, training is pretty straightforward. You give them that gray area, they get confused. So this is good, this is not. And it's not a negative no, it's just this is right. Nope, you didn't do it right, try it again. And they're like, and they start, and all of a sudden you see that little light bulb go off.
Yeah.
And the first couple of weeks, it's just learning that they're in training. That's half the battle. Is once they figure out they're actually in training, it's like, okay, what do you want me to do now? Oh, you're teaching me something new. Are you doing the old thing? And then they always want to offer the last thing you taught them. It's like, oh, you taught me to wave. Sit, no, I'm doing this. So yeah,
I grew up with beagles, and mine were never cooperative.
Yeah, anything like I said. Yeah, they're good. I mean, they're good dogs. They're hard, but they're good.
What do you feed them as treats when you're?
These guys are getting their meal. She's just eating kibble.
Oh, okay.
Good healthy kibble, yeah. And as puppies, it keeps their teeth clean, things like that. We do use other treats on certain days if you need. But for all these puppy movies, we've always just stuck with the kibble because there's so many of them working together. And if we all use the same food, then they're not. Oh, you got bacon. Who are you? I don't care about you anymore. So it's all about trying to keep it consistent with the trainers and the puppies, since there's so many on set. When they get older, they distinguish, okay, you're my trainer, I know you, I only pay attention to you, and you teach them, just pay attention to me, don't look at anybody else. I don't care if the other trainer's right there and the other dogs are, just watch me, do your thing, and they're like, okay, and they get paid whatever treat they like. Some like chicken, some like beef. There's different products out there that are sold in stores that are great for training, so it just varies.
Do you ever find dogs that just aren't trainable?
Yes, there are dogs that they're not, well, it's not that they're not trainable, but they're not set worthy. They're trainable. You get them at home, and everybody's like, I got a dog at home that can do this. I go, okay. Can you do it 100 times? Well, I don't know. Can you do it with you being, 100 feet away? Can you do it? Can you do it on a run? Stop, do it over and over and over again and not get bored. There's dogs that get on the set and they're like, oh my gosh, there's too much going on. And the training for us is, half the training for us is desensitization. So there's cameras moving, there's flags, guys setting a light. There's so much action on a set. But that is the best training we have, is on the set training. You get them for 2-3 weeks before, and you're training them. These puppies you only get for a couple weeks, and you just try to throw as much at them as you can. But all of it is just you focus on this behavior, this behavior, this behavior, this behavior, and then you're too big to work anymore for these films. Then you make the next set of puppies. You work on this behavior, this behavior, this behavior. And with these guys, most of the stuff is stay, because it's all about the face and animating it, and making them talk. So it's stay. Come easy, and so you got to teach them to walk slow, and that's the hardest thing for a puppy. They just want to run, That's what puppies do.
Are you the one for all of them, or is there different?
One trainer per character. Dog. So in the last couple films, I've actually done Butterball.
Okay.
I like Butterball. He's just a fun. I get the biggest dog. He's always the biggest dog, and they're always fun.
Sorry.
Voice in hand. Okay. Everything's voice in hand.
So is there like 10 trainers at one time that are saying the same command?
At points, yeah. It depends on the shot. Certain times they'll single them out. They'll do what we call splitting, and it's like shoot this one doing it, shoot this one doing it, shoot, and then they put it all together. Yeah, so that's with the puppies. A lot of it. Robert's gotten a little bolder with us. We've been doing like the last, like I said, 3 or 4, and so he'll like, oh, can you do 2 together? Can you do all 5? So we did some slow, easy walks, which is the hardest thing for them to do by themselves, let alone all 5 of them together. Yeah, and because it's like, oh, what are you doing? Are you going to start something? And then it also becomes competition. Even though they're not a running dog and stuff like that, it's like, oh, I got to be in front. And so it speeds them up, and that's one of our hardest things, is the slow easies. And so we've done a few where, and there's, especially on this one, got them coming down the street, and that was a major, cameras on a dolly moving backwards, and the 4 dogs or 5 dogs are coming at it slow. They're like, can we pass the camera? No. So it's like, and of course all the trainers, they always want to look at the camera, so the camera's here, and there's like fitting 5 trainers around a camera that's moving, not so good. So it's like, stay, and I just walk back, okay, easy, just go with him, come easy. Half the time it worked. He just, my dog, I lucked out, and he just, I got the easy, and we get to the end, like, oh, there you are. I knew you were down here somewhere. But he knew the easy, so I could walk away and just get out of the other trainer's way, because there's a couple that were tougher dogs, and it all depends. It's like, line up 100 of the same breed, and people always go, they want to generalize about this breed or that breed, and it's like, no. They all have a personality, just like people. There's the scared one, there's the happy one, there's the kind of grumpy one, and there's one, I just want to do anything, and then there's one that's just full of speed. So, and that's what we prefer. We'd rather have a crazy fast dog, and it's easier to slow him down than to take a sluggish dog and go, come on, come on, come on. And they're like, I'm coming. You know? So for us, we always like hyper crazy dogs. They're more fun.
How many
Easier.
dogs? Sorry. How many dogs? Like, how many dogs for each character? Like, how many?
We have 2 per character in a time frame. Usually, sometimes maybe the litter only had 7 in this one and 2 in that one, so we only had 9 dogs to play 10. So a couple of them will actually rotate, and like you play Rosebud today, you play this one. The hardest one is because of Butterball, because of the makeup, that stuff doesn't come off. I mean, it's just eye makeup, like clown makeup. So you put that on there and you wash it off daily if you can, but otherwise it's got to be perfect. He wants these perfect little rectangular things to look like the football thing. So you can't take him on the day and go, okay, go play this character today, because you can't. So he's always him. The other one is Mudbud, who usually has the chalk and stuff on him to look like he's dirty. And then, like these guys, the Buddha, Rosebud, and B-Dog, they're interchangeable because it's just change the outfit. So if this one's really good at rolling over, but he's not, it's not Rosebud. We need Rosebud to roll over today. Put that in there. This one loves to roll over. This one not so much. And we did that on this film when they're rolling in the mud. If you'll see the movie, there's a mud rolling scene, and a dog wasn't the dog Ashley. That wasn't that main character. Did the rolling in the mud.
So
didn't care about it.
So you said that litter. So they don't. These are not like people bringing their dogs in to.
No, we have to search
audition.
and hunt because the movie starts shooting. Let's say September. You have 2 weeks of training before you start shooting the movie. So you have to find out what's available at the right age. And I mean, we get them from all over. We've got them from North Carolina. We've got them from
You just get them
Washington.
from breeders.
We hunt them down and find breeders that we don't breed for the film. We never do that. We never did it for Dalmatians or anything else as well. It's all about, do you have this available at this time? Can we borrow it? Can we use it? If we can buy them, we buy them. If we can't, we'll lease them, and then they'll go back to the breeder. Because a lot of times, by the time we find out at that last minute, most breeders are trying to get rid of their puppies by 8 weeks.
Yeah.
And that's when we want to start getting our hands on them.
So then Disney buys them, and then what do they?
Birds and Animals buys them. Our company buys them. And then we will usually find homes for all of them. If we don't find homes, if we're not keeping them ourselves, we've kept a couple from the different films, because this guy's super smart. He'll be great as an adult. But most of half these guys, we can't get off the set for like, hey, are you giving any of those away this show?
Yeah.
Got any that are and half the crew is taking them. And they've come back. Robert uses a lot of the same people over and over again. So they'll bring the dogs back to set and say, look at him, he looks how grown up and stuff. So we get to see him again a lot of times.
Okay.
My 8-year-old wants to know how they talk.
How do they talk? All the talking, I wish they could talk.
Disney
I wish we could
magic.
teach them to talk.
Disney magic.
But it is Disney magic, exactly.
Disney magic.
Exactly. It's computer generated.
Do you have your own animals, personally?
One.
What do you have?
A dog. I got a chocolate lab, but I have 5 dogs at my house. I have 4 cats. I have a bunny. I have
Do you have a wife?
Yes. Thank goodness, yeah, because she helps me with all of it, and the kid. I have 3 kids, and they love them all, and that's half of why we have everything. I'll be on a job, and one of the other trainers will come home from a job and go, I got this bunny, and okay, we'll take him. My wife does not say no, so we end up with a lot of critters from the industry.
How long does it take to film the whole?
Usually these are about 2.5, 3 months, around there at the most. We go through 2 to 3 litters depending on how long it's shooting and if they grow too big. Okay, we can push these guys another week. They'll pass.
So how many total dogs then would generally?
Yeah.
Or a total for the
between 4 to 6 per character, depending, like I said, on what's available at the time. So if we have, one, sometimes you get 1 dog, sometimes you'll get 2 as a trainer. You just, okay, you got 2 last time, you get this one. Or if, like, for this, each film's kind of 1 dog is kind of the star of each one of these buddies films. This last one has been Butterball. He's got more to do. So I always got the biggest ones because he was Butterball, and I get 2 because they had so much to do. He had a lot of crazy stuff to do. So.
My dog would never sit like that. Is that just all part of the training too? Like
they get used to it. This guy right here is Butterball, the character that played the main one. I'd have him on set like this, and he would literally sit down, snore in my arms, and we're like, okay, Ray's got to get off the set because his dog's snoring. Sound is trying to roll. It's like, sorry, and he's like, they get so used to. I set him on a table, and he sat there, and after a while, they do. That's what puppies do. They eat, sleep, and play. Pretty much. It's it's like, okay, I need 2 hours of sleep. So then again, that's why we have the double. So okay, this guy needs to rest. Let him crash, and you go and go, all right, I'll take you. You're awake, and let's go with you.
Can you come train my kids?
No, my kids, I can't even train my own kids. Animals are much better for me.